Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. Today we are going to be doing a full face of Flower Beauty. When I say full face, I don't actually mean full face because the products in the UK that we can get our hands on are very, very limited. I went on the US flowerbeauty.com site last night and got pretty upset that I'm not able to get my hands on all those products because they look absolutely amazing. So we don't get any powders of any sort, so any pressed powders or any loose powders of any kind aren't available in the UK. No eyebrow products, no blush, no eyeshadows, no mascaras, bronzers, unless they come within the pack with a blush like the contour palette I'm going to review a little bit later on today. No face masks, which I'm really upset about because they look really beautiful, and no eyeliners of any sort, whether they're liquid or kohl eyeliners. We just can't get in the UK, so it's a very limited range. Now, if I am completely wrong about this, really sorry, please update me in the description box, but at the moment I believe the only place we can get Flower Beauty in the UK is from Superdrug, and you can't get it in store, you have to order it online. Okay, so let's get started using the products that I actually have got, which I've only got 6 products today. I'm a bit upset with myself that I haven't got a primer in here because primers are available in the UK and they look absolutely awesome. There are so many primers to choose from, and I think I was having a cheap day, to be quite honest, because I've got 6 products here and they were on a 3 for 2, and I probably thought on the day, well, I'm just not ordering it because it's just going to be a waste of money. And I don't know why I thought that, because I've got 2 liquid lips rather than switching out a liquid lip for a primer. Anyway, very upset with myself. There are primers available in the UK. There are pore smoothing primers, there are skin smoothing primers, there are hydrating primers, illuminating primers. Very upset with myself that I haven't got one to show you. So just to let you know, they are available in the UK. But the first product I'm going to put on my face is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. Now this is £12.99 in the UK, $14 in the US. You get the standard 30 mils worth of product. This only comes in 5 shades and the shades are limited. They are not, it's not like a broad spectrum of shades. Very poor. I'm not sure if you get more shades in the US, but in the UK, 5 shades, and 5 shades just will not do. It really won't do. I've gone for the shade 709, which is Porcelain, and it's the lightest shade that they do. If you have skin paler than mine, there is not going to be anything within Flower Beauty that is going to suit your skin, because this is the palest one. Palest one. So I'm just going to apply it with this on half of my face, and then we're going to apply the rest with a blending sponge. Now straight away that's going on absolutely beautifully. This is going to be great for anybody with dry skin. It's not sinking into any of my dry patches at all. This feels absolutely beautiful on my very dry skin. Obviously it is very shiny, very dewy, and usually I wouldn't be comfortable going out with this much shine on my face. I would like to put a little bit of loose powder over the top just to dull down the shine a little bit, but we'll see how this dries down. At the moment, very lightweight, doesn't cling to any dry spots whatsoever, hasn't sank into any fine lines or wrinkles yet. We're going to put the other side on with a blending sponge. It's quite decent coverage as well. I wasn't expecting it to be this good in coverage. Obviously it is much sheerer with a blending sponge, as most foundations are. Okay, so I really like the application of the sponge. Seriously smooth. You can shear this out a little bit for really light coverage, or on the side where I applied everything with a brush, it's definitely medium coverage. We'll see whether that's buildable in just a second. See if we can just build it up on the cheek area a little bit, where I've got a tiny bit of scarring. Yes, this can definitely be built up. The shine isn't going down any at all, and it's a little bit too shiny for me. I look a bit like I've been for a run in serious heat, but that can easily be sorted with a little bit of powder. Let's move on to concealer, and again, the concealer shades are poor. I don't know if this is the same for the US, but in the UK we only have 4 shades to choose from, and you cannot suit every skin colour and shade with only 4 shades. Very, very poor. This is the Light Illusion Full Cover Concealer, and again, this is the lightest shade that they do, which is Fair 762. This is £8.99 in the UK, $10 in the US, and you get 6 mils worth of product. So the lightest shade, it is quite pale. It's like a biscuit colour. It's more of a browny, peachy, yeah. So it's an odd colour. It actually reminds me of one of the shades from e.l.f. Now I really like that. That is lovely. This feels illuminating without being sparkly. Very lightweight underneath the eye. Let's just go over that with a sponge just to smooth that out. So again, if you want to seriously brighten your under eyes using a shade that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than your natural skin colour, you may struggle if you've got pale skin with this brand, because this is the lightest shade that they do, and it's not that pale. Considering this is called Fair, you would expect it to be a little bit lighter than it actually is. I'm just going to add a little bit more over my darker areas, just to see if that covers a little bit better. I really like this product. This is lovely. This actually reminds me a little bit of the NARS Creamy Concealer. It's not as super coverage as the NARS Creamy Concealer, but it's got a very similar consistency to it, and it's just beautiful and very, very light under the eye. Very happy with that. Okay, so far so good. We are doing well. I'm gonna go off camera and do my brows and my eyes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I have put a little bit of powder on certain areas of my face just to dull down that shine just a little bit, because it was super, super dewy. I've got to say that when I did apply the powder to the areas on my face that I wanted to dull down the shine, it did make the foundation look a little bit heavier than I would have liked. So my recommendation would be that if you do want to take that shine off just slightly, use the tiniest bit of powder imaginable. Otherwise, you will make a really beautiful lightweight foundation look a bit too heavy. So that would definitely be my recommendation. Let's move on to the other products that I've picked up from Flower Beauty. The first one is the Lift and Sculpt Contouring Palette. I've been really looking forward to using this. The bronzer in this palette, or the contouring shade in this palette, doesn't really look like a contouring shade. It is very pale. I think these come in 2 different colour palettes. This is the light to medium, and then they do a medium to dark also. The highlight in this palette is absolutely fantastic. My daughter was playing around with it last night and it looked really beautiful. And then you get a blush and also either a bronzer or a highlighting shade, which again, like I've just said, doesn't really look like a bronzer or a highlighting shade. It's quite pinky in tone. Anyway, we're gonna get some on and see. It actually reminds me of one of the blushes from Benefit. What's it called? Dallas. The blush from Benefit that's called Dallas, this actually reminds me quite a bit of. So we're gonna see what it looks like as a bronzer anyway. Definitely not a contouring shade. I don't think this is really a shadowy type shade. So let's just pop some of this on the cheek just as a bronzer. It's quite nice, but definitely very, very pinky. I think if I was using this as a bronzer, I would be quite disappointed. It's very nice, but it's a bit too pinky. Yeah, definitely. This would be the sort of look that you would achieve if you wanted to look like you've been out in the sun and you got slightly too much sun and there was a bit of a pinky burn showing through. We're gonna roll with it anyway. It does actually look like it's got a bit of a sheen on the surface of it, but it's actually a matte bronzer. So the Lift and Sculpt palette is £12.99 in the UK. It's $14 in the US, which I think is really reasonable for a palette that you're getting 3 different products in. Let's move on to the blush. Very, very pinky. And the payoff is very good. Very decent payoff. I am having to be very, very light with my brush. Very pretty. In fact, I'm not even going to put any more on my brush. I'll just transfer it to the other side. I didn't think I was going to like this seriously fuchsia pink colour. This is very, very candy pink, shall we say. Very, very girly, but on the skin, it looks very pretty. So really like that. Let's go in with the highlighting shade. It's a champagne-y gold. Just going to place some on the tops of the cheekbones. This is a really subtle shade. If you wet this, you can make it seriously pop, but it doesn't have large flecks of glitter in there, so you can really achieve a beautiful subtle look without it falling all over the rest of your face. I really like this. I think it's a very flattering shade as well. I don't really need to apply too much because my face is already quite shiny with the foundation. Okay, so let's move on to lips. I've actually got 2 of the Miracle Matte lips. One of them is in the shade Merlot Kiss, and one of them is in the shade Dark and Stormy. I think I'm going to choose Dark and Stormy today, but I will definitely be using Merlot Kiss in future videos. Really nice shade. Let's see how this goes on. It's a pretty generic applicator. Just very flat. It's got a little bit of a bend in it. Okay, so that is a little bit darker than I would usually go for on my channel, but I was looking through my lipstick drawer the other day and realised I'd got about 50 of the same colour lipsticks from different brands. I tend to go for the same thing no matter where I'm shopping, and I really do need to get out of that habit, hence the reason why I've gone for 2 shades that I don't actually have in my collection at the moment. And although I probably wouldn't wear this in the daytime, not that there's anything wrong with wearing a colour like this in the daytime, I'm just probably not brave enough in the daytime. It's a little bit too dramatic for me. I probably would wear this during the evening when I'm going out for a special occasion. Really like it. Let's just talk about the liquid lip itself and the consistency. Absolutely stunning consistency, really thin. It's not thick and clarty. It doesn't feel drying on the lip. And I only have 1 coat of the product on my lip. It's not patchy. It's not gone darker in certain areas. It's just really, really beautiful. The highest compliment I can actually give this product is that on first impressions, this feels and looks very, very similar to the Jeffree Star liquid lips, and I love his liquid lips. So that is the best compliment I can give this. And it's a fraction of the cost at £7.99 in the UK or $9 in the US. So let's move on to setting spray, and I don't actually feel like I need this setting spray. This is the Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray with a dewy finish. And to be quite honest, I feel like my skin looks dewy and hydrated enough without this product. I really could have done with this the other day, and I completely forgot it was in a box on my floor ready to be used when I did the Too Faced Born This Way powder foundation review earlier on in the week, because that seriously did look very, very powdery and very dry, and it would have looked so much nicer with this product over the top of it. So one of my subscribers did say you should have put a finishing spray over the top of it, and she was so right. I really should have done. Anyway, let's test out this setting spray. It's got quite a nice mist. It's very, very fine mist. I'm not quite sure if you can see that on camera, but it doesn't clump in areas, so let's just see. So a really nice fine mist, pretentious wafting. It feels pleasant on the skin. Let's just see what it feels like when it's dried down a bit. I really need a fan, don't I? I need one of the kids at the side of me with a palm leaf. I really like that. I didn't think I was going to over the top of this foundation, but I think it looks really nice, really pretty, quite natural looking. And it's £7.99 in the UK, $13 in the US, and you get quite a lot of product in there. It's 100 mils, so really affordable for the amount that you're getting as well, and well worth going out and trying. Do you know what? I haven't disliked any of these products from Flower Beauty, which I am quite shocked about. These are all affordable products, and they are all absolutely beautiful. I don't think I'd wear the Light Illusion every single day because it is super dewy, and in the hot weather I do get quite shiny in certain areas on my face already, so I don't think I would need this. But if you really love a dewy foundation, which I'm more of an illuminating foundation sort of person, this is slightly too dewy for me, but if you love dewy foundations, this is definitely one to try. It feels beautiful on the skin, and it's a lovely coverage. I am definitely going to be using the Light Illusion Full Cover Concealer again. I was really disappointed with the shade ranges of both the foundation and the concealer, but hopefully she'll bring out new shades very soon and make it a little bit more diverse. Loving the liquid lips. Loving the Seal the Deal setting spray. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. My least favourite product that I've reviewed today is the Lift and Sculpt Contouring Palette, which I think a lot of people will be surprised at because this is a lot of people's favourites in the Flower Beauty range. I do really like it. There is nothing wrong with it whatsoever. The quality of the product is beautiful. It's really quite buttery. It's not overly powdery, and it blends superbly on the skin. So I have no qualms about the quality of the product. I just wish that when it said it's a contouring palette, it actually had a really decent contouring shade in there. And for me, this is far too pink to be a contouring shade, but I am picking very small things. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget I upload videos on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 PM London time, and make sure you have subscribed to my channel and clicked on that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. There is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can click subscribe. I'm also on Instagram if you want to follow me on there. It's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. Hope to see you all in the next video. Bye.